What if a single point on your ear could gently ease the tension you've been carrying for years, a place where your mind and body find quiet harmony? Imagine closing your eyes for a moment and feeling a subtle current of energy traveling through your temples, down your spine, and into the very core of your being. Could it be possible that ancient healers, long before modern science, had discovered this hidden gateway to calm and clarity? Some believed it to be a sacred doorway, a place where the body's natural wisdom could be awakened simply through touch. Have you ever felt that inexplicable tingling sensation when massaging a tiny spot on your ear, a moment of inner silence brushing across your thoughts? This point, known as the Helix Point, is more than a simple anatomical feature. It sits at the intersection of your nervous system, gently influencing the vagus nerve, the pathway that quietly governs your body's relaxation and healing responses. Scientists today are beginning to uncover why these ancient practices worked, linking them to energy pathways and the subtle biofield that connects mind, body, and spirit. And yet the mystery remains. The way our ancestors understood this point seems almost poetic, an insight into human energy that modern instruments are only now beginning to measure. Can you feel a subtle awareness, a quiet curiosity stirring, just by imagining this? Imagine your fingertips tracing the curve of the helix, guided by nothing but intuition and a soft breath. You might notice the faint vibration of life beneath your skin, a reminder that the body remembers more than we often realize. Could it be that we are only beginning to glimpse the knowledge our forebears held, a knowledge embedded not in books, but in touch, observation, and a deep reverence for life itself? What does it feel like for you? A sense of warmth, a moment of release, or perhaps a gentle awareness of something unseen, yet profoundly familiar? Before we begin exploring the techniques that can awaken this hidden point, pause for a moment. If your spirit feels drawn here, trust it. Take a slow breath, let your awareness settle. Now, if you feel called, tap subscribe to Beyond the Figure and share this video with your friends to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Tell us in the comments where you are watching from and at what time. Your city and your presence matter. Share your story with me if you wish to explore this further. I may create a detailed video based on it. And if you want more insights like this, visit Beyond the Figure to continue the journey of gentle awakening. You might wonder, what exactly is this mysterious helix point that so many ancient healers revered? Nestled along the outer rim of the ear, it seems small, almost insignificant, yet its subtle presence carries profound potential. Imagine tracing the curve of your ear with your fingertip, noticing the gentle rise and fall along the helix. This tiny point, often overlooked in daily life, was considered by healers a doorway to inner balance and harmony. Ancient texts suggest that those who understood the body's energies knew of this point as a place where calm could be summoned, where the mind could find quiet even amidst chaos. How many times have you wished for a place within yourself to pause, a hidden refuge that could bring clarity when life feels heavy? The helix point is not only a spiritual concept, but also a physiological one. Modern science has shown that the outer ear is connected to a network of nerves, most notably the vagus nerve, which influences the parasympathetic system responsible for relaxation and recovery. In a way, ancient healers intuitively grasped the connection between this point and the body's natural calming mechanisms, long before it could be measured in laboratories. When you touch the helix point, you may feel a faint pulse or a subtle warmth. This is your body responding, the quiet intelligence of your nervous system awakening. Have you noticed how certain small touches on your body can immediately alter your sense of ease? This is exactly what they observed centuries ago. Stories from traditional Chinese medicine describe the ear as a microcosm of the entire body, with each curve reflecting different organs and systems. The helix point at the upper rim was often associated with regulating the flow of energy, encouraging the body to release tension and restore natural rhythm. Similarly, in Ayurveda, Ancient Indian healers recognized specific points on the ear and head as marma points, sensitive junctions that, when gently stimulated, could influence the mind, emotions, and overall well-being. Imagine being guided by a healer's hands, their touch attentive and precise, pressing lightly on a spot you never thought could hold such quiet power. Would you have believed then, as many do now, that such a simple point could carry the echoes of centuries of wisdom? Even in European traditions, auricular therapy was observed by physicians who noticed that certain points on the ear could relieve discomfort, improve mental clarity, and promote emotional balance. The Helix Point, often described as a small ridge along the outer ear, was consistently singled out for its calming influence. This suggests a remarkable consistency across cultures, a shared recognition that the ear is more than an organ for hearing. It is a gateway, a map of the body, and a subtle conduit for energy. Have you ever wondered why so many healing practices focus on areas of the body that appear ordinary but hold extraordinary potential? Perhaps the most fascinating aspect is how ancient healers combined observation with intuition. They did not need modern instruments to notice that gentle touch at the helix could shift mood, ease tension, and bring focus. They observed the body's responses, the slight relaxation in posture, the softening of facial muscles, the slowing of breath. When you practice this today, can you feel the same gentle release they described, as if time itself pauses for a brief moment within your awareness? Book references that explore these ideas include Auricular Therapy Manual by Terry Olson, which details the ear's influence on the nervous system, and The Healing Touch of Ancient India by Dr. Vasant Lad, highlighting marma points and energy flow. Also, The Tao of Bodywork by John Stevens offers insight into the Chinese understanding of the ear as a microcosm, while Healing with the Ear by Frank Barr documents European auricular practices. These works collectively show that the helix point is not a curiosity, but a bridge between the ancient and the modern, the mystical and the scientific. Now, as you let your awareness linger on the concept of this small yet powerful point, notice your curiosity stirring. Perhaps a question has arisen in your mind. Could such a tiny place truly influence my body, mind, and spirit in ways I have yet to discover? Hold that thought gently, for the next part will guide you deeper into the science behind this connection, revealing why your body responds so profoundly to what ancient healers already knew. Long before modern science began mapping the body's intricate networks, healers across continents observed subtle signs of energy and flow. In China, practitioners of traditional Chinese medicine regarded the ear as a miniature map of the body, with the helix point holding a special significance. They believed that gentle stimulation here could help balance the body's energy, known as qi, harmonizing mind and spirit. Imagine a practitioner's hands moving over the ear, attentive to each curve, as though reading a map of unseen currents. Have you ever felt that quiet intuition guiding your own touch, a sense that the body itself holds secrets waiting to be discovered? In India, Ayurvedic healers identified marma points, sensitive junctions throughout the body, each influencing physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Among these, the points on the ear were especially revered for their ability to clear blockages and restore energy flow. The helix point in particular was often used to ease tension, awaken inner clarity, and support meditation practices. One can imagine sitting in a serene temple, sunlight filtering softly through carved windows, a healer pressing lightly on the ear while chanting subtle mantras. Could it be that such practices were an early form of what we now understand as nervous system regulation? Egyptian healers also appear to have recognized the significance of ear points. Ancient texts suggest that priests and healers observed how touch and gentle massage influenced mood, vitality, and clarity of thought. The ear was considered a reflection of the entire body and a subtle pathway for life energy. Imagine walking through a temple corridor, noticing figures guiding the hands of those seeking relief or insight, a quiet reverence for the human form and its hidden intelligence. How would it feel to realize that your own body carries a map, quietly guiding you if only you pay attention? In Europe, physicians and holistic practitioners observed similar effects. Early auricular therapy, documented in the 1500s and later refined in the 20th century, noted that specific points along the ear, including the helix, could reduce discomfort, soothe emotional tension, and support overall well-being. This cross-cultural consistency is remarkable. From China to India, Egypt to Europe, healers independently discovered that the ear, small as it may appear, serves as a mirror and a doorway. Can you see how human observation, combined with careful touch, bridged both spiritual insight and practical healing across time? These traditions were never simply mechanical. They were grounded in attentive observation, a deep sense of connection with the body, and the recognition that subtle touch could awaken the nervous system's natural rhythms. Ancient healers noticed changes in posture, softening of facial muscles, and calming of breath, often before any verbal or measurable sign appeared. They understood, instinctively, that the body responds to gentle guidance, that energy flows where attention moves. Have you noticed moments in your own life where small, intentional touch or focus brings calm you cannot explain? Several texts explore these traditions in detail. The Tao of Bodywork by John Stevens explains the Chinese understanding of auricular points. The Healing Touch of Ancient India by Dr. Vasant Lad highlights the spiritual and practical applications of marma points. Auricular Therapy Manual by Terry Olson provides a comprehensive study of ear points across cultures. Healing with the Ear by Frank Barr documents European practices and the development of modern auricular therapy, while Ancient Egyptian Medicine by John F. Nunn sheds light on Egyptian observations of subtle touch and energy. These works reveal a shared understanding that attention, intention, and touch converge at the helix point to awaken balance and awareness. As you reflect on these stories, consider this: how many subtle practices from our past are still accessible to us today, quietly waiting for our awareness to meet them? What part of your own energy map remains unexplored, and how might the ancient knowledge of the helix point guide you toward it? Let your curiosity settle, for the next section will illuminate the scientific connections that explain why your body responds so profoundly to this ancient wisdom. The ancient healers may have called it energy, ki, or life force, but today, science begins to explain why the helix point has such a profound effect on the body. The outer ear, especially the helix, is closely linked to the vagus nerve, one of the body's most important pathways for regulating relaxation, heart rate, and overall calm. When this nerve is gently stimulated, signals travel to the brain, activating the parasympathetic system, the part of the nervous system responsible for rest, digestion, and recovery. Have you ever noticed how a gentle touch or soft focus can slow your breathing, ease tension, or bring a sense of quiet clarity? That is your body's innate response, quietly orchestrated by pathways like the vagus nerve. Beyond the nervous system, the helix point also interacts with what some modern scientists call the biofield, a subtle energy surrounding the body. While ancient healers experienced this energy intuitively, today studies suggest that gentle stimulation of the ear can influence electrical activity, blood flow, and even the release of calming neurotransmitters like acetylcholine. Could it be that the tingling or warmth you feel when pressing this small point is the body's way of opening a channel for balance and healing? When you pause to notice, what sensations arise within your own awareness? Research into auricular therapy shows consistent effects across stress, anxiety, and even certain forms of pain. When practitioners stimulate points along the ear, including the helix, the nervous system responds by slowing the heart rate, reducing cortisol, and fostering a sense of safety. In other words, What ancient healers observed through careful touch and attention is now measurable with modern instruments. But the mystery remains. The subtle quality of the experience, the tingling, the quiet shift in awareness is something that science can describe but not fully capture. Have you felt moments where your body seems to know what it needs before your mind does? Interestingly, gentle stimulation of the helix point can also influence brain rhythms. Some studies indicate that touching or pressing certain ear points can enhance alpha wave activity, associated with relaxation and creative clarity. This may explain why practices like meditation, mindfulness, and slow touch feel so restorative when combined with attention to the helix point. Could it be that our ancestors discovered a natural amplifier of calm, one that resonates through the nervous system and mind simultaneously? Book references provide further insight. Auricular Therapy Manual by Terry Olson explains the link between ear points and the parasympathetic system. The Healing Touch of Ancient India by Dr. Vasant Lad describes mama points and energy flow in ways that align with modern neurophysiology. The Tao of Bodywork by John Stevens examines Chinese understandings of ear points, while Healing with the Ear by Frank Barr details auricular practices validated through research. The Body Electric by Robert O. Becker explores biofield and subtle energy, providing a bridge between the mystical observations of ancient healers and the measurements of modern science. As you reflect on these connections, consider this. How often do we overlook small points in our body that silently guide our nervous system, calm our minds, and restore balance? Could the answers to stress and inner quietness be lying in places as subtle and unassuming as the helix of your ear? As your awareness lingers, notice the questions arising within you, the curiosity urging you to touch, explore, and feel. The next section will guide you through the practical ways to stimulate the helix point, helping you experience these subtle shifts for yourself. Now that you understand the helix point and its connection to the nervous system, let's explore how to gently awaken it. Find a quiet space where your body can settle and your mind can soften. Sit comfortably with your back supported, or stand if that feels better, letting your shoulders relax. Take a slow, mindful breath, and as you exhale, bring your awareness to the curve of your outer ear. Can you feel its shape beneath your fingers, the subtle ridge that guides you to the helix point? Place your index finger gently along the upper rim of the ear. There is no need for pressure. A soft, attentive touch is enough. Imagine tracing the curve slowly, feeling the subtle rise and fall beneath your fingertip. As you do this, allow your breath to deepen naturally, letting each exhale carry tension away from your body. You might notice a slight warmth or tingling sensation. This is your nervous system responding, quietly aligning with the gentle attention you are giving it. What sensations arise as your fingers connect with this hidden point? Begin with a simple circular motion, moving clockwise along the helix. Keep your hand light, almost as if guiding energy rather than pressing. With each rotation, imagine a golden thread of calm weaving through your ear, down the neck and into the heart of your body. Count slowly to 10 with each circle, and as you do, visualize your nervous system receiving signals of safety, ease, and clarity. Can you feel a subtle difference in your awareness compared to before you started? Another variation is gentle tapping. Using your fingertip, tap lightly along the helix in a slow rhythm, syncing your taps with your breathing. Inhale deeply as you lift, exhale as you tap. This movement can awaken the vagus nerve, subtly signaling your body to relax and restore balance. Notice if your breath deepens naturally, or if a sense of spaciousness emerges within your mind. Have you experienced how such simple movements can bring a surprising sense of calm? A third approach is a combination of touch and visualization. Press the helix point lightly with your thumb and index finger, holding for a few seconds, and as you do, picture a soft wave of energy traveling from your ear into the rest of your body. Allow your awareness to follow this current, noticing where tension loosens and clarity arises. Imagine the ear as a gateway, the helix as a gentle lever that can shift your inner state. What part of your body responds most strongly to this subtle guidance? Throughout this practice, it is important to stay attuned to your own sensations. Every person's response is unique, and there is no right or wrong way to feel. The ancient healers recognized this too. They observed, adjusted, and let the body guide them. You are rediscovering the same process: quiet observation, gentle touch, and patient awareness. Have you noticed small areas of warmth, tingling, or calm spreading as you explore the helix? For continued practice, integrate a few minutes into your daily routine. Morning or evening after a shower or during a quiet break, simply bring attention to the helix point. Even a brief period of mindful touch can subtly influence your nervous system and energy pathways over time. Can you imagine how consistent awareness of this tiny point might gradually shape your sense of calm and inner clarity? Book references supporting these methods include Auricular Therapy Manual by Terry Olson, detailing techniques for ear stimulation; The Healing Touch of Ancient India by Dr. Vasant Lad, highlighting Marma point practices; The Tao of Bodywork by John Stevens, describing energy flow along the ear; Healing with the Ear by Frank Barr, offering step-by-step auricular methods; and The Body Electric by Robert O. Becker, which bridges subtle energy with nervous system responses. As you finish exploring these movements, pause and notice how your body feels. Perhaps there is a quiet shift, a subtle release of tension, or a gentle sense of awareness opening within. What does your body whisper to you in this moment? Hold on to this feeling, for in the next section, we will explore the emotional and inner effects of connecting with the helix point, deepening the journey from touch into heart and mind. As your fingertips linger on the helix point, something subtle begins to unfold within. At first, it may be a slight lightness, a gentle lifting of tension in your shoulders or jaw. Then perhaps a sense of calm ripples through your mind, as if the chaos of daily thoughts is being held at bay by an invisible hand. Ancient healers describe this as the body's spirit remembering its natural state of balance. Can you feel that quiet space emerging within yourself, a gentle pause where nothing demands attention except your own awareness? The emotional shifts can be surprising in their simplicity. Some feel a soft release of worries, an easing of anxieties that seemed inescapable moments ago. Others notice clarity arising, a moment where decisions or thoughts that once felt heavy now float lightly, almost as if lifted by the gentle currents of energy moving through the helix point. Imagine that your own nervous system is a river, and by touching this tiny point, you have opened a small channel, allowing tension to flow downstream. How does your body respond to that quiet release? Many people report an expanded sense of presence during this practice, a deep connection to the moment itself, as though each breath carries more weight, more clarity. The heart may feel softer, the mind quieter, and the energy in your body more attuned to subtle shifts. This is not magic, it is the nervous system, the vagus nerve, and the body's energy pathways responding to gentle, attentive guidance. The ancient healers knew this instinctively. We are rediscovering it now, with our awareness bridging the past and present. Have you noticed how even a few minutes of mindful attention can shift your inner state in ways you did not expect? The helix point also seems to awaken subtle emotional memory. Some feel an unspoken release of sadness, old tension, or lingering frustration. Others experience a gentle grounding, a reassurance from within that all is as it should be. It is as though the body is softly telling its story, and the helix point is a quiet translator. What memories or emotions surface as you explore this point? Can you honor them without judgment, simply allowing them to flow and release? Book references highlight these observations. The Healing Touch of Ancient India by Dr. Vasant Lad emphasizes the emotional and mental clarity that arises from Marma point stimulation. Auricular Therapy Manual by Terry Olson details the physiological shifts that accompany subtle emotional release. The Tao of Bodywork by John Stevens, explores the integration of energy flow and emotional awareness. Healing with the Ear by Frank Barr documents changes in mood and anxiety through auricular therapy. Finally, The Body Electric by Robert O. Becker connects subtle energy with physiological and emotional responses. These works converge to show that emotional, mental, and spiritual shifts are natural consequences of attentive touch and awareness at the Helix Point. As you reflect on your own experience, consider this: how often do we overlook small, hidden parts of our body that carry such profound influence over our inner life? Could the gentle attention you give to the Helix Point today influence your emotional balance tomorrow, next week, or even months from now? What does your heart whisper as you sit with this quiet awareness, noticing tension dissolve, clarity emerge, and inner stillness bloom? Perhaps the most striking aspect is the sense of connection it fosters, not just with the body, but with the subtle currents of awareness and energy that ancient healers spoke of. Each gentle touch, each mindful breath, is a reminder that your body holds wisdom and that your mind can meet it with calm curiosity. Are you willing to continue exploring these currents, to witness the quiet transformation that arises simply by turning your attention inward? As you sit with these sensations, let your awareness linger, noticing the interplay between breath, touch, and energy. The next section will guide you in integrating this awareness into a daily practice, offering a path towards sustained calm, clarity, and balance, gently shaping your experience over time to experience lasting benefits. Integrating the Helix Point practice into daily life can be simple yet profound. Even just a few minutes each day, morning, evening, or during a quiet pause, can help maintain calm, reduce stress, and support emotional balance. Begin by finding a comfortable position, placing your fingers gently on the Helix Point and breathing slowly. With each exhale, imagine tension leaving your body, and with each inhale, welcome a sense of calm and clarity. Have you noticed how small, consistent actions can ripple outward, influencing your day more than you expect? A brief daily routine could be as simple as lightly tracing the helix for 1 to 2 minutes, or tapping it gently in rhythm with your breath. Even this subtle connection sends signals to the nervous system, gradually reinforcing the body's natural relaxation response. Over time, you may notice smoother transitions between stress and calm, better sleep, and a more grounded sense of presence throughout your day. How might these few minutes of attentive care change your mood or energy over the course of a week? Consistency is key, but so is curiosity. Each day, pay attention to what your body communicates. Perhaps certain moments feel more pronounced, an unexpected release of tension, a softening of thought, or a spark of clarity. By observing without judgment, you create a personal dialogue with your own body and energy, strengthening the connection that ancient healers recognized centuries ago. Can you commit to noticing these subtle shifts and honoring them as part of your day? Book references highlight these gradual transformations. Auricular Therapy Manual by Terry Olson details how regular ear stimulation supports nervous system balance. The Healing Touch of Ancient India by Dr. Vasant Lad emphasizes daily Mama Point awareness for lasting emotional and mental clarity. Healing with the Ear by Frank Barr documents the cumulative effects of auricular therapy, while The Tao of Bodywork by John Stevens reinforces the importance of subtle, mindful practice. Even The Body Electric by Robert O. Becker reminds us that gentle, consistent engagement with energy pathways can produce long-term physiological and emotional change. As you imagine integrating this into your routine, consider sharing your experience. Where will you practice each day, and how will it shift your sense of calm or clarity? Could these few minutes become a cherished, grounding ritual that connects body, mind, and energy in ways you are only beginning to discover? As your fingers leave the Helix Point, take a moment to feel the lingering calm and subtle clarity within your body. Perhaps you notice a lightness in thought, a softness in your breath, or a quiet presence that seems to flow effortlessly through you. This gentle awareness is the echo of the practice, a reminder that the ancient wisdom of healers still whispers through our bodies, guiding us toward balance, calm, and insight. What part of your own awareness feels most awakened right now, and how might you honor it today? If this journey resonated with you, I invite you to connect more deeply. And beyond the figure, we explore practices like this to awaken awareness, support the nervous system, and invite quiet transformation into your life. If this video brought even a moment of calm or curiosity, please consider subscribing and sharing it with your friends. Together, we can reach 10,000 subscribers, helping more people discover these subtle healing practices. As you watch, notice the city and time where you are experiencing this video. Type your name and location in the comments. I would love to know who is joining this journey from which corner of the world. Your stories are important. If you have experiences, questions, or reflections related to energy, subtle body awareness, or nervous system calm, share them in the comments. I may create a detailed video exploring your stories, helping others connect with their own bodies and awareness. How might your experience inspire someone else to explore the Helix Point or other hidden practices within their own body? Remember, this practice is not about rushing or achieving results immediately. It is about presence, gentle attention, and discovery. As you continue, allow your body to guide you, noticing shifts in energy, thought, and emotion. Each time you return to this practice, you deepen your connection with your own nervous system and the subtle wisdom it holds. What changes are beginning to ripple through your day after just a few moments of mindful touch and awareness? For those curious to go further, the books referenced throughout this video, Auricular Therapy Manual by Terry Olson, The Healing Touch of Ancient India by Dr. Vasant Lad, Healing with the Ear by Frank Barr, The Tao of Bodywork by John Stevens, and The Body Electric by Robert O. Becker offer deep dives into both ancient observation and modern science. Each demonstrates how small, attentive practices can resonate profoundly with mind, body, and spirit. Finally, I would love your feedback. Did this video feel helpful, calming, or insightful? Or is there a part you wish was explained differently? Leave your thoughts in the comments, like or dislike, and let me know how it impacted you. Your input guides the creation of future videos at Beyond the Figure, ensuring we explore the practices and points your body and mind are calling for.